slave because we abide by the scriptures, right? They say, oh, you falling behind that white man's book. That's what he used to put y'all in slavery. But no, that's not the case. We're given the ways out of the bondage, right? But our people won't accept it. So they walk contrary to us. You see that again?
But, 2 Peter 1st and 21st. For the prophecy came not in all time by the will of men, but holy men of God Yahweh Shai speak as they were moved by the Holy Ghost.
So we understand that the individuals that were inspired by Yahweh Shai to write down these books, all right, because what does it say? The things that were written aforetime were written for our learning, all right? So now we no longer are in the bondage of Esau's system. We're relieved from this bondage by entering into the rest of Yahweh Shai.
What I want to add on is this book wasn't written by Edomites to keep us to put us in slavery. It was written by Israelites to take us out of slavery and to keep us peaceful and calm in any type of affliction, the water, any type of affliction that we're in. From this book, you got what Mormons, Jehovah's Witnesses, and all these other type of philosophies and doctrines. They took this pure doctrine and made it and defiled it. All right, they used our weapon against us. All right, right now we're taking it back from them, using it properly. All right, like how somebody you said somebody will pick like the best character in the video game and they'll still get their ass whooped because they're not using it right. We're using it right. We're using it properly.
Let's go and change gears real quick and go to what's that? Our temptation. Let's start off with that.
I got it.
Yep. We'll go to the hour of temptation, man. And we can go into this a little bit. I love that.
This is Revelation chapter 3, and I'm going to start at verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the house of temptation, from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Right. So if you're in this truth, and the word keep goes back to the word shamar, which means what? To protect his word, protect his covenant. All right. So if you're doing that, defending the Lord, and the Lord, the so-called black man that's out in the heavens, he's going to come down here and defend you against these heathens. All right. So what do you say? He's going to keep you from the hour of temptation. And you see right now, they're taking away your choice of freedom. All right. You're running out of freedom of choice, freedom of speech. That's what all this is, an attack on the Constitution. To do away with the Constitution. All these other nations like England or whoever, they go through their the Queen, you know, Canada, they go through the Queen of England too, I think. You know, they have to go through that. Due process. But over here in America, they got the whole Congress, and on top of that, they have the Constitution. So for them to bring in that new world order, they have to do away with the Constitution. All right. Now, what is that? The Lord said the hour of temptation, and that's coming upon all the world right now, man, as we speak. All right, and moving into the future, the immediate future. And everybody has a choice to make. But the mindset you should be in, that we're going to get into, is what? He said, be faithful unto death, be a crown of life. And somebody grab 2 Maccabees chapter 7. All right. Yep.
This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days.
Right, so we're in that time, man, where Esau and this system is going to be looking to consume a bunch of people, to keep people in the prisons. Why? If they keep you in prison, they can break you down. They can manipulate you into doing what they want. All right? Especially in there, you lose your rights in there to a certain degree. All right? Go ahead.
Be thou faithful unto death.
So when we come out here, we teaching this word, we putting our life on the line. We laugh and joke, but we know it's not a game. You know, we might laugh in the hardest of times, you know. But he said, what?
Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Right. What is the faith? Somebody get that faith, substance of things. So you got
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Yep. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for,
Yeah.
the evidence.
A little louder, brother.
This is Hebrews chapter 11 and 1. Now faith is a substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
That's right, man. So we're supposed to keep that faith, the evidence of the thing, the invisible power. That's what he's known as, the invisible power. All right, in the book of Colossians, Yahweh Shai is the image of him. So we're supposed to keep that faith until the end. All right, keep that faith until the end, man. And what's faith? The faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Okay? So he said, what? Those that endure to the end shall be saved. Anybody know what that said? Yep.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 13.
Yep.
But he that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Look at that word patience again. Because that word endure means to what? To be long suffer. All right. What are we doing? We're long suffering these people. You know, the same way Yahweh Shai had much patience for his church, for us. All right. He's long suffering us. Somebody get that in 2 Maccabees 7.
7 and what?
1.
Yeah, we basically start from the top.
Second Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 1.
Because I want to go through this. I'm going to stop you a lot. It's going to break down the level of pain that Esau is going to bring to our people in these times, man. When you get a dictator in office. Look at Hitler. Look what he did. All right. When you get a dictator in office, it's going to be a lot of death, a lot of pain, a lot of torture. And at this moment, Antiochus Epiphanes, who called himself a god, a power, he tried to force our people to eat pork and break the laws of the Lord. Just like now, we're under the law of faith. So what are they going to try to do? They're going to try to put pressure from above, pressure from below. And what's that? They're going to try to put the squeeze on you and try to force you to take their mark of the beast. All right, their chip someday, man. Their microchip. All right? YouTube might take the video down for that, but hey, who cares, man? At some point. But they're going to try to force you into that, man. Okay? People don't, let's go to this real quick. See this interjection. There's going to be a lot of interjections because this is a story.
This is First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men.
Right, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that's what it's talking about. Wicked men that don't want to turn to the Lord. All right? That's like special ed. They think they got it made. Right?
In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we depart from them, we have had much sorrow.
There you go. And that really started during the times of 168 BC, when Antiochus and those Edomites that moved the Greek Empire to the Syrian demographics, they moved it over to that area, and they began to Hellenize our people. You know, our people chose Greek customs, eating pork, and that was one of the initiations, eating the pork. Just like in your Masonic lodges, they have something called riding the goat. So you got to get initiated. All right? Or they have you drink blood. That's what you see a lot of rappers drinking blood and shit. All right? Now let's get into the story of the mindset of this sister and the young soldier that's here now. They're here on this earth today to receive that blessing, to receive their reward. And they were on the earth when Yahweh Shai was around. All right? And we're going to prove it. Go ahead, brother.
Second Maccabees chapter 7, verse 1. It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips.
Right. So, hey, man, they talking about concentration camps. Look at martial law. You know, they're going to try to force you with things, what? Feed you with things idle. Somebody get that? Feed you with things being idle. All right? And that's what they're going to do. They're going to, everything you eat nowadays got pork in it. And what do they say is becoming scarce right now? Chicken. That's all we got. Like chicken, turkey, a little bit of lamb, maybe.
They're trying to feed people roach milk because they said it's more nutritious. It's so plentiful. You got so many roaches around.
Yeah.
They're trying to feed people roach
Yeah,
milk.
yeah. See, Esau think everything. That's why the scriptures call them the devouring lions, because that's what lions do. They go around eating everything they see for protein.
It's like they got 3D printed meat that they're trying to serve people.
Yeah. Bill Gates.
Come on.
And look at him. What did he do to the farm? He overtook all the farm. Got all their seeds, man. Told them they got to throw all their seeds away, and they got to buy them from Monsanto, where they create GMO food and seeds. So the farms are throwing all their seeds out. Ain't that something? And now they got to pay a higher price when the prices go up. That's it, man. Listen. So what's that? That's gonna be a famine of the food. All right. But I'm gonna get into this. Go ahead, bro.
All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take you, certain of you, and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols.
There you go. They're gonna take certain of us, man. You're gonna be tested. All right. There it goes again. They're gonna take you, just like they took this sister and her family. All right. And they're getting to that point where they setting the laws up so they can do it. All right. You go into a church. Well, we shouldn't be there, but you go into a store like Walmart, and they say you gotta wear it, and you say no, I don't, and they can trespass you now. All right. I ain't got to throw it, bro. What happens when they make everything mandatory, which they're about to do? They did it in LA now, the mandatory mask. They got it over there in the UK. They never came off lockdown. Canada. Right. So they planning on bringing it here now. Right, all over Babylon. But let's get into it, man, because we coming down to the wire, and you got to set your house in order. Set your mind aright and constantly endure all the way to the end. All right. He said, what? Present my body as a living sacrifice and be faithful unto death. All right. So with that in mind, let's read a story about the faithful.
Verse 2 of 2nd Maccabees chapter 7. But one of them that spake first said thus, what wouldst thou ask for us or learn of us? We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers.
Right. So you gotta be ready to die, like Biggie, ready to die. See, he was ready to die for the money and for bad boys and for pride. But you gotta be ready to die for the Lord, die for this truth. All right. Yeah, go ahead, brother. Interjection real quick.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 41, verse 3. Fear not the sentence of death. Remember them that have been before thee and that come after. For this is the sentence of the Lord over all flesh.
That's right, man. Just like we read earlier, we were talking earlier about Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. All right, who y'all know as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. But look what they went through when Nebuchadnezzar, that heathen, put them in a damn oven. So I said heathen, he said turn quick as hell. Oh, boy. That's right, man. Huh? Yeah, man. So-called Negroes. You know about that? Look at Esau. He laugh. Call being real. Hey, so y'all going into slavery? Did you know that? Yeah. Yeah, man. I know this be like that sometimes, right? You might be a Jake. I don't know, man. Jake, what's your forefather? Your forefather Irish or something? A little bit? Yeah, you know a lot of the Irish are so-called Negroes. Really? You know about that? I know about that. They went into slavery over there. Then you have some of the English. You know, a lot of them are Israelites. Yeah. Israelites meaning this, meaning that your bloodline may descend from one of these people. All right. But according to the scriptures, the Lord is from this tribe.
Oh yeah, tribe of Judah.
But he was a dark-skinned man from the tribe of Judah.
Oh yeah.
And he wasn't African. He wasn't African, but he was dark-skinned. He was darker than me. See what I'm saying? But he was from the tribe of Judah. So what would that make his people? Oh, not so funny now, huh? But you feel me though? So it's not about color. We're teaching that. But you know, sometimes that's our vision to wheel people in, man.
Oh yeah.
All right. But to either tell you that your future is slavery from what the Caucasians have done to our people. I don't know if that's y'all. From right here, they got a judgment coming for this. And the God of the Bible, he's a so-called black man. And the Most High himself is dark skin with white woolly hair.
Oh yeah.
And they got a picture of him. And no, people walking around wondering why all this stuff is happening on the earth, and they don't know we're in a time of judgment. And the Lord's gonna laugh, and his people are gonna laugh. He said he's gonna cause them to laugh. When there's nothing, when there's no food out here, hyperinflation at the shelves, when they give you a choice, take that in your arm or not. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I know.
You know where it's going.
Oh, I know.
See, people they're gonna give in. They're gonna give in to this new world order. They're gonna get weak. They have no faith. People that's into Christianity, they're gonna give in. They pastors leading them astray, man. Look at the churches. Who's the main ones giving that out during that lockdown? The churches. All up in your nose, digging up in your nose, right? So it's the churches, they're gonna sell out. They under 501c3 charter. But if you're a man of the Lord, it don't matter about color. You know what I mean? If you're an Israelite, then 2/3 of our people are going to perish from what's coming. 1/3 is going to be delivered from what's coming. And it don't matter about color. So 1/3 of the men, women, and children are going to be delivered. Right? And they're going to look like other nations. They're going to be mingled amongst Africa, wherever. Chinese, China, you know, Philippines. But the Lord is about to return, and he's coming back in what the Caucasians call a UFO. All right? And the word Caucasian, if you look that up, you know what it means?
What does it mean?
Cave dweller. The original caveman. And they were started by a guy named Esau, the biblical Edomites.
Mm-hmm.
Esau was born without color. That's what I said, dark skin, right? But he ain't about color, you see that, right? But he was born Esau, and he changed it to a nation called Edomites. All right, Edom means wasted away, or red. Yeah. Esau means wasted away, so he had no color, no pigmentation, no carbon in the skin to block from the sun. Those people later on went on to rule Greece during the time of Alexander, 3rd century BC. Mm-hmm. All right, 334 to be exact, all the way to 330 when they took down the Persians. And then you had the Romans, the Greeks to the Romans. All right, the Romans, they ruled. That was the Edomites. And the Lord, when he came on the earth, he said, yo, the mystery of iniquity is already ruling. That's the mystery of iniquity that's being revealed in these last days, time of Revelation. When the Lord said he wakes up prophets to condemn any kingdom where he about to destroy it. Mm-hmm. Look at Babylon. Look at the flood. Look like he had Noah out there prophesying about the first death. What's the first death?
Who was it?
Well, the first death with Noah would be the flood.
Yeah.
All right. So that was the first death. All right. So the second death would be what? Huh?
When Jesus comes back?
Well, his name not Jesus, but I get it to you. But the second death is nuclear fire. The Lord said he's not going to destroy the earth. Not as a nation judgment, but a world judgment. Mm-hmm. He's not going to destroy with water anymore. He's going to destroy with fire. And the way he's going to do it is World War III. He's going to use Russia.
When's that supposed to happen?
Huh?
So when's that supposed to happen?
No man know the day or the hour. That's what the scripture speaks. So somebody get that. Whoever get it first, bring it up. I got one. I need that one. Then we're going to get that one in contract. In hindsight to it. My bad. Whoever got it first.
I got it.
All right, bro.
All right, this is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 24. I'm going to start at verse 42.
Yep.
Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord do come.
See that? Nobody knows. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief will come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up.
Right.
Therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh.
Right. He said what? They were eating and drinking, giving in marriage? Hear that? There, bro. And look, what they doing over there? Marriage.
That's actually what we're here for.
One of the guys was just over there screaming. He was over here crying, man.
Yeah.
He was like, I just want peace. I just want peace. And like we showing him how to find peace. Oh, yeah. Right? You can't find peace in this place. You got to find it in the scriptures. Amen. So you can have peace of mind.
chapter 17, verse 26. And it was as in the day of Noah.
As in the
so
days of
shall it
Noah.
be-
Let me stop. As in the days of Noah. Go ahead.
So shall it also be in the days of the Son of Man.
So in the days when the Lord shows up. All right, go ahead.
They did eat and drink, and they married wives. They were giving and married.
They over there doing the same thing today. They going to clubbing, they eating and drinking, picking out at Walmart. They married, right? Giving in marriage, normal life, right? Of humans, just like animals. Animals do their normal nature too. Our nature is to all that love stuff and just eating, nature. But the Lord's saying we gotta be above that. We gotta be spiritual. Go ahead.
Until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all.
See that? So he talked all the way until the day that the flood showed up and destroyed everybody. But now he said that's about to happen again. But he said he's gonna wake up his men first. 144,000 men from the 12 tribes of Israel. So he said, when? Let's get this real quick. Second Ezra 9. Before y'all go, I know y'all got.
No, you can, I love talking about the Lord.
Like two or three more. Go ahead.
Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then.
You're paying back and forth between them. Like a conversation.
He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before.
Right. When you see part of the signs pass, which he told us before. What signs did he say? Earthquakes. There you go. You seeing that? Yeah. But we gotta show let his words speak.
This is Matthew chapter 24. I'm going to start at verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
We're hearing of wars and rumors of wars in the Middle East. Right? Even over there on the borders of Ukraine. All right? But
see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Right, so the end wasn't yet. Go ahead.
For nations shall rise against nations, and kingdoms against kingdoms.
Russia, America, China, right? Go ahead.
There should be famine, pestilence,
lack of food. That comes with hyperinflation.
Oh yeah.
And whatever, the other stuff that's going on. I can't say it on camera, but go ahead. And he said pestilence, right? Pestilence. Yeah. You see what's going on? Man-made. Go ahead.
Earthquakes in diverse places.
They had earthquake. They had an earthquake on what's that? Fernandina? No, Flagler County. They had an earthquake the other day from a missile test. And then you got earthquakes around what's that volcano? Yellowstone. They had 400 earthquakes in one day the other day.
Oh yeah.
So there's like earthquakes all over the place, diverse places, meaning different.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
All these are the beginning of sorrow.
Oh, what does the word sorrow represent? Hell. So where's hell at on earth? Go ahead. This is the beginning of it. It's about to kick off. And people just like willy-nilly, like it ain't nothing. I mean, we chill too.
Yeah.
We have our own lives.
I want to ask you this question because I've read all this.
Read it.
And I agree with what you're saying. Like I don't disagree with anything you guys are saying. My question to you is what is like the end to this? Like not as the world, not to whatever this is, but kind of like your ministry as a whole. Like what is the cause behind you guys coming out? Because like I love seeing this. Like I love talking about the Lord. I love seeing and everything like that.
What's the purpose?
Yeah, like what's the purpose? Like what's like the Lord put on your heart to drive you out and like come out here and stand and just talk to people? Like what was kind of like the purpose behind it? That's what I love
Revelations 7:1. Yep. A good question, man. Oh yeah. Let's go to scripture. You guys first.
Yeah. Then this is Matthew chapter 10.
Yeah.
This is Matthew chapter 10. I'm going to start at verse 5. These 12 Yahweh Shai sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the ways of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right, man. What's that? Ezekiel? Or where is it at? Where it say, let's give the trumpet? Isaiah. The high mountain? Isaiah, right? Was it 13?
Yes.
Isaiah 13. Let's get this real quick. All right, is it going to the gates of movement?
It's Isaiah chapter 13,
Yeah, the other one, right?
verse 1. Verse 2. Lift thee up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the noble.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
We go out, we teach, we shake the hand, like, hey, you, wake up. So they can, we wake up one brother, and that brother goes out into the gates of this society and is able to teach too.
Yeah.
All right, Proverbs 1. Let's get that real quick. Like 2 more. Okay. Where it say wisdom cry without the street.
Right. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, started at verse 20. Wisdom cried without. She uttered her voice in the street.
See, if you claim you got wisdom, you're not gonna be in some church trying to get a 501c3 charter.
Oh, I know.
Just to have it.
I know.
You're supposed to be out here in the streets.
Big time.
Teach
Teach to go out into all the world.
That's right, and not with a microphone. You know, you gotta get a 501c3 for that too. And most of the times they can get you for noise ordinance.
Yeah.
All right, and you're supposed to come out here and teach, man. That's what the Lord did when He was on the scene. Oh, yeah. But when He was on the scene, it says this. What's that? 1 John, Antichrist. It's important. Go ahead, brother.
She cried in the chief place of the concourse and the opening of the gates.
Right. So we teach downtown, anywhere there's people coming in there, passing by. You know, so that way, if you were sitting down, we couldn't teach right there because you can say, hey, they bothering us. But if you're passing by and you don't like it, well, keep walking. You know what I'm saying? All right, go ahead. Right. We obey the law, man. Right.
In the city, she uttered her words, saying, "How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity?"
Right. So we asking, like, how long will you continue to love the simplicity of this place, the foolishness? Yeah. All right. And that's what we're supposed to do. Right? We are the voice of the Lord.
The scorners delight in scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Right.
Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you, and I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called and you refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set and not all my counsel.
We're the counsel. Go ahead.
And with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity.
Oh, they're gonna laugh again.
I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh, that's a desolation, and your destruction cometh, that's a whirlwind. And when distress and anguish cometh upon you,
that's the second death.
Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early,
okay.
But they shall not find me.
Yep, that was it. Let's move on. He about ain't snapping. Right. Let's go ahead. Let's get this real quick. We represent the voice of the Lord. He said, he always woke up prophets to prophesy against kings. Right.
This is Baruch chapter 1, verse 21. Nevertheless, we have not hearkened unto the voice of the Lord our power, according to unto all the words of the prophets whom he sent unto us.
So you want to get the word, you got to go through the prophets. All right. And what does the word prophecy mean?
What does it mean?
All right. That's humble. That's real. Yeah. Prophecy means pro comes from pre, meaning before. And phasai means to say before. Okay, so we're supposed to say it before it happens. Not like psychics. Yeah. But up from the word of God. All right. And God is a black man, a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. I'm gonna prove that too. Right?
All right, so verse 22, but every man followed the imagination of his own wicked heart.
Right, our people are following the imaginations of their own wicked heart. Go ahead.
To serve strange gods and to do evil in the sight of the Lord.
Right, they following these people and they serving all these strange gods that these people teaching about. Buddha, this guy here, oh yeah, Caesar Borgia. The Lord didn't look like that. That guy's name was Cesare Borgia. Yeah. He was the son of the 6th Pope of Rome, a murderer. Mm-hmm. And Michelangelo set him up, painted him as the Messiah. And Leonardo da Vinci had part in that too. Leonardo da Vinci was his weapons artist, right? Yeah. So that's what they put up as the Messiah when the Lord really looked like that, according to the Bible, if we read it to you, according to the scriptures. Yeah. Go ahead. And now who have they been on earth? Torment. Who are they killing in the streets right now? Look at this. And they ain't got no payment for that. Look at that. The Lord black. If the Lord dark skinned, they did this to his people.
Oh yeah.
So they got judgment coming. All right. Let's keep going with the point though. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Whatever you got. I can't remember. Yeah. Prophesying the kingdom. Yeah. The bar than the one you had earlier.
This is Jeremiah chapter 28, and I'm gonna start at verse 8.
Yep.
The prophets.
The question was, why do we come out here and do what we do? All right, go ahead.
Start at verse 7.
Yep.
It says, nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thy ears and in the ears of all the people. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms of wars and of evils and of pestilence.
Right, so that's what we're set up to do. Yeah. Every time the Lord about to judge a kingdom, he start waking people up. Yeah. All right, and how many is he going to wake up now, though? Revelation 1:7. What, 1:1?
I got it.
That's why I said 7 and 1. Yeah, 7 and 1.
It's Revelation chapter 7. Verse,
Oh, you could have brought it up.
Revelation chapter 7, verse 1.
Yep.
And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth.
Right, north, east, west, and south hemisphere, not flat earth. Go ahead.
Holding the 4 winds of the earth.
Right, the winds represent those destruction I was just talking about.
Yeah.
Somebody got that? Destroying wind? Right, because the wind represents nuclear wind. All right, destruction. All right, can you get fuel of fire?
Somebody get destroying wind. I'll get fuel of fire.
Yep. Whichever one get first, we'll bring that up.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 1. That saith the Lord, behold, I will rise up against Babylon, against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me a destroying wind.
Right. So you're going to rise up against Babylon. What's Babylon? America. The word Babylon means confusion. This is the place of confusion. All right, go ahead. So you're going to raise up against it a destroying wind. What's that? Nuclear fallout. Destruction. Go ahead. Back to the precept. Yeah, they got to go. So I want to run real fast.
This is Malachi chapter 4, verse 1.
Yep.
For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
Oh, the day is coming. That's going to burn as an oven. Go ahead.
And all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
Oh, 2/3 of our people and Esau, who's known as the most proud nation on this earth. All right, go ahead.
And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall neither leave root nor branch.
There you go, man. So we don't want that, so we come out and warn our people so they don't fall into that destruction. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
So every battle, like Braveheart, remember that? Yeah, up close. Yeah. And garments rolled in blood, right? Go ahead.
And garments rolled in blood.
But what about this war? This is going to be a coward's war. But they shoot at trajectories. You don't even know where it's coming from. You just hear, cow, that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Call of Duty or something. Come on with it, right?
But this war shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
So this war is going to be based on fuel of fire.
Yeah.
All right. Now you had World War I, World War II. Now it's going to be what? World War III. What's that? Revelation 11?
Holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor in any trees.
So the Lord is stopping those winds from happening right now, only so this can happen. Right?
And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads.
See, they got to get sealed. That's the whole focus, is to get them, get the elect sealed before the Lord brings that judgment. All right, go ahead. So, but it's going to happen through us coming out here teaching and edifying each other. What's the word edify mean? There you go. It means to build up. What he promised in Amos, that he was going to build up the tabernacle of David. Is he going to build a 3rd temple? No. He's building the temple spiritually. We're the stones that represent the altar now. All right, the spiritual stones that offer a spiritual sacrifice. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed. They were sealed 144,000.
Right, so 144,000 men are going to be sealed up with this truth. That's what you're seeing in front of you. Right now, the Spirit brought us all together. We didn't know each other.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Of all the tribes of his children of Israel.
There you go. Here go the tribes of Israel. Originally, it was the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Now, these same people have been scattered through slavery all over the 4 corners of the earth. You see that? So we look like different nations. But it's still about those bloodlines. It's about the seed that came from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, go ahead. Not just Isaac to Edom, Esau, but from Isaac to Jacob. That's important. All right, it didn't go from Abraham to Ishmael. It went from Abraham to Isaac, and then to Jacob. All right, go ahead.
All the way down to Jesus.
That's right.
Verse 5.
Well, you know what the word Jesus means?
Yes.
Nope. Guess what it means?
What does it mean?
It means hail Zeus.
Yeah.
It's Latin. J-E means hail. S-U-S means Zeus. That's why in the Roman Empire, they put S-U-S on the end of everything. It pieces. They were giving praise to Zeus. All right? So the Lord's name in the Hebrew, it wouldn't be Joshua, because the letter J never existed before the 1600s. Right? So if you knew that, you wouldn't have said it. But Yahshua, all right? Yahshua is not a name, because there's no E's and no U's in the original language. You see what I'm saying? So we know his true name, and depending on how this conversation goes, we might give it to you. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 5. Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000.
Right.
Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000.
So these are the ones that's going to be sealed, the 12,000 from each tribe. We know that. All right. And a small multitude of people, which is like men that's not teaching, you know, women, children, that's going to be with the elect. That's what's going to be taken up into them chariots, all right, and brought down as New Jerusalem. But 2/3 are going to perish and die and have to be born back as babies. All right, preach up. Go ahead, brother.
Nahum, chapter 3, starting at verse 1. Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robberies, and the prey departed not.
Right, the prey, they put us in slavery and they never let us go. Hey, Pharaoh, let our people go. They wouldn't do that. We got to get passports to go over there. And if we go over there, there's still some more of them over there, fake Jews, that's going to tell us to put on the damn yarmulke and a big black Saturn hat and make us join their military and fight their wars, just like over in America. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
The noise of a whip and the noise of a rattling of wheels,
Right.
and of the prancing horses and the jumping chariots.
That's right. They was whipping us with them whips. And even today, the crack of the whip is the what? You got to get up every day and work. You got to get up every day and work. It's still slavery. Now they moved the physical slavery into a mental slavery, and then they enslaved the whole world. You see that? The same slavery that the Caucasians put on our people, they took that and enslaved the whole world. These people here. That's what they call what? A prison planet. There's a prison planet now. They got you through your social security number. Your birth certificate, you know you got $1 billion tied to it? It's called fractional reserve currency. Everybody at their birth, you're born with $1 billion. Isn't that crazy? But it's not in dollars. All right? So every time you cash a check, everything you sign, they get money off it. So this is slavery. You know? All right, go ahead. That's what's keeping the stock market going. Come on, bring it out. Let's watch them all.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Oh, so they're the synagogue of Satan, right there. The ones that's over there now calling themselves the Jews. When you read the scriptures, it tell you that they're dark skinned. You know, hey, look at it. See that foolishness? You see that? If he had just stopped being an egghead, he'd come over here and learn something. See that? Yeah. I knew that getting turned around. See how easy that is? It's easy. Look at the jar head. Look, he's a jar head. He probably military. But that's the folly of Esau. They want to ride around and be a court jester. That's that a clown. You see that? But we don't have no circus for that clown up here. All right? We just got peanuts. Yeah, let's get these points out real quick. You want to finish that? No, that's too much. I'm gonna get the points. Real strict points.
I got it. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man will hear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Right.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's a good point, because I'm thinking about him still. You see what he wrote by and said, you think God's going to take it easy on the white guy? You see, that's stupid. That's not educated. That's not an educated statement. What about taking it? I would respect it if he said, you think God's going to take it easy on everybody? You see that? Why got to be a white guy? Now show me one white person on the earth. You see that mindset? That white mindset is white supremacy. Started in the Roman Catholic Church. You see that? There's nobody white on the earth. There's nobody black on the earth, like your shirt. We're nations of people. So I can't talk to somebody like that. You know what I mean? See, he's the type of person that would love to put us back in slavery. By the way he just did that, that's folly. That's mocking you. Aha. Put you in chains again. You think God's going to take it easy on us for putting y'all in slavery? No. He's not going to take it easy. No. He said, it's a righteous thing with the Lord.
I got it.
That's right.
I got it. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1.
I'm my way back to you, man.
2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6.
Right.
Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Right. So they're going into slavery for 1,000 years, according to these scriptures that they hold up in the church.
Yeah.
And Joel Osteen holds and fumbles all day. Like a football player with no arms. That's him. And, you know, he was a salesman. He took over his daddy church. You know, he's not a man of the Lord. But in this Bible, it speaks about Esau, a nation called Edom, going into slavery, man.
Yeah.
You know,
we're about to go join that.
And even that marriage is wicked. You know where the ring came from? It came from the Roman Empire.
A lot of things come from those.
Right. That's right. And the generals, when they got initiated to have sex with little boys, they would give them a ring for it. Look it up. All right, it represents Saturn again. That's our people over there. They over there. They probably gonna go home and eat some pork tonight. And a man can have more than one wife. And they're walking down the aisle, and that represents paganism. Look it up. That's paganism. All of that's paganism. So, and it'd be better for her to be a virgin. I know you know the understanding on that. You know what I mean? So, fair enough. Now, I ain't coming at it. This is mainly saying the marriages in general.
Yeah.
A true marriage is when a man has sex with a woman. That's his wife.
Yeah.
Now, how many people out here married?
Yeah.
How many people out here committing adultery?
A lot.
See that?
A lot. So this is my last question to you guys.
What's up?
We're gonna go join that because she has a friend that's.
Yeah, that's good, man. This was good content.
But yeah, absolutely. I just want to ask you guys because, like, even when that guy's driving by, like, dude, I'm involved in a bunch of ministries and things like that. But like for you guys, like, do you guys see a lot of salvations like a day? Like, do you guys see a lot of miracles throughout the day? Do you guys see a lot of, people get baptized, life changed, transformed by the renewing of their minds? Do you guys see any of that, or is it more so just like an informational?
We see miracles. We see chariots too. Yeah. But the thing is, we see in the prophecies too.
Yeah.
But we don't need to see anybody get baptized because the Lord said He did away with that baptism with dirty water. See that? And soda. You can dunk yourself in what's the strongest soda out here that's killing you? Coca-Cola. That ain't gonna clean.
Heck no.
You see what I'm saying?
The point of the baptism isn't about cleaning you or making your skin clean. It's getting rid of the old, coming out with new.
Right. So what's this? I walk up to a person, a brother, dark skin like me. It don't even matter about color. I gotta use that for example.
Yeah.
I say, hey man, what's your nationality? What are you gonna say? Black. He gonna say African. He gonna say Egyptology. He gonna say American. He gonna say American. I'm gonna tell him, no, brother, you're an Israelite. Be baptized and come back to you who you are. Be baptized in the name of Zeus. Be baptized in the name of Yeshua. Be baptized in the truth in the name of Yahushua. That's his true name. That's the only way our people can get true baptism. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what we see. You're seeing it. You're witnessing a miracle. This is baptism. We've been baptized. See what I'm saying? We got the water. This is the water. The water is the wisdom, the truth. You know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
So we see miracles. And we see dead people too.
There you go.
You know? A bunch of dead out here, man. People still dead, man. But I know y'all gonna enjoy the party, man. But just remember, as you're joining that, the missile's coming. The fire ain't coming, but the flood ain't coming, but the fire is coming. And the flood's coming in a different way now. This is how it's coming. Y'all heard about the door-to-door. Come on with it. She woke, man. Yeah, she woke. She woke on a different level, man. So, hey, man, all that doomsday prepper stuff, it ain't going to work. This is a judgment coming from God. And you're going to find out, according to the Bible, get that Daniel 7 before they go. What's that last one? Last one. What's that? I think 7 and 11, maybe. Yep. 7.
7 and 25.
This is Daniel chapter 7. I'm gonna start at verse 9.
Check this out.
It says, I beheld until the thrones was cast down.
Right, you thought people were scared of Freddy Krueger. Man, listen, they're gonna be scared when they find out the Lord is a black man. Go ahead.
And the Ancient of Days did sit.
So he's the ancient before days were created. Go ahead.
It says,
what's up, man? Yeah.
Whose garment?
They got the work you're getting right now last week.
Whose garment was white as snow, and the hairs of his head like the pure wool.
Right, I don't have too much of here, but you get my point. So he had hair like pure wool. So who the heck is this guy? Look at Revelation 1 and 13. Who the hell is he?
This is Revelation.
They say, if you read the book of Colossians, they say the father looked just like his son. The son looked just like him. According to the book of Colossians, he's the spitting image of the father. All right, go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 13.
Right.
In the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. Right. His head and his hairs were white like wool,
Right, his name Yahushua. All right, not Jesus. That's what I'm teaching the brothers.
as white as snow.
Like, you see the reaction? You see the reaction, man? Yeah. You see the reaction we get? Yeah. That's why 2/3 gonna die. They're gonna perish. That's 2/3 gonna perish. I said a name. I threw the stone named Yahushua at you. No, you're yelling, man. You're in the heathenistic mindset. See that? That's Jake. They think they know everything. You see that? All he's
That's why the Lord,
educated. You threw a stone at me. No, you're emotional. I said the Lord's name is not Jesus. Is that a stone? Come on, you see that? That's emotions. Come on, brother. That's called heat motion.
his head and his hairs were white like wool, and as white as snow.
So his head and his hairs were white like wool. Go ahead.
And his eyes were as the flame of fire,
Right, the eyes are reddish. Go ahead.
and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they was burnt in a furnace.
Right, your body is the same color as your feet, unless somebody got a deformity. Go ahead.
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
So it says he was like polished brass, like a penny. If you burnt it, what would that be? That'd be like real dark. You know, you take bronze or brass and you burn it. That's darker than me.
Yeah.
So that's the image of the Lord. All right, he's a black man. The father looks just like him. That's all I want to tell this fool. But he gonna say I threw a stone. Where the stone? The scriptures say he's the stone that the builders refused.
And a rock of offense.
And the rock of offense. So he's offended because he felt like that name just hit him. He don't like that. You take it. That's right. That's why I call him a heathen. Because that name is dreadful to him. He hated it. All right. So he's falling. Literally. Like I'm about to fall too, trying to show you a good example. But he's falling for the okie doke. He fell for the deception. All right. Yeah. So I know y'all gotta go, man.
Well, I appreciate your time, man.
All right, no doubt, man. Yeah. What's your name, bro? Steve, man. All right, nice to meet you, Steve. They call me Philly. All right, sister. What's your name?
Tabitha.
She gonna get the shake, no doubt. I think I just want to fill her hand. All right, man. Take it easy, man. Yep. Let's run these precepts, man. That's the best part when everybody walk off. We still run our precepts. Yeah.
First John,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
First John chapter 4, verse 2.
Yeah,
It
he
says,
walked
"Fear
away.
God, know ye the spirit of Yahweh, every spirit that confesses that Yahweh Shah Mashiach is come in the flesh is of Yahweh."
Right. So they got to confess it that the Lord came in the flesh, and he's an Israelite man. If you confess that the Lord came in the flesh, then you would know that every flesh has a color to it. You can't say he's invisible. The Bible, what's up, brother? The Bible says that the Lord is a dark-skinned man from the tribe of Judah. His name is Yahushua. So what that make us? That make us the kings and the princes on this earth. Go ahead, brother.
And every spirit that confesseth not that Yahweh Shah Mashiach is come in the flesh is not of Yahweh.
That's right, and we know that. That's up to us to know, not for you to know. That's up to us to know it. We need to know it so we can stay away from these damn demons. You know, demons like him walking around with a WWJD shirt. And I was just saying that Yahweh shall take the wheel. That's what they be saying. Let it say the J.
And this is the spirit of Antichrist, whereof you have heard that it should come, and even now already is in the world.
There you go, man. All right, so it's already in the world. It ain't gonna be one person. It's gonna be all these people that's against the Lord. That word Antichrist means what? Adversary to the anointing. So that adversary is to us as well. And the adversary means what? To be a contender. And the Lord told us to come out here and contend for the faith. All right, so we out here to do battle in the scripture. All right, and break our people out of the chains at the end, man. These what do you call that when people get kidnapped and they start to love their oppressor?
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, our people got Stockholm syndrome. A bunch of Stockholm syndrome slaves. That's what they are, man. They quick to bite at their own brother. Like, buddy, there, you threw a stone at me. He probably want to fight, emotion. But the same one's crying. I want some peace. I want peace. Yeah, that was emotional as hell. What kind of person doing that? I want peace. Grown ass man. They're like, yeah, right, bro.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12,
Nice and strong, bro.
verse 13.
They trying to scare somebody.
That is the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Every secret thing, man. What's that, the Mason? Oh, there's another cut on that. That old grave, old sepulcher that walked by us earlier. He tried to give us these Masonic cards. But yo, the Lord said everything that's done in secret, man, is gonna be brought to the light. And it's gonna get judged, man. All right? So they be nervous coming by here. They know they about to get some work. They say a black they say a black man with a Bible, boy. You know? They see him with that Bible. They see that Bible. They be like, oh,
Every scared they're gonna get them spiritual powers.
like we up here with a bunch of flamethrowers. Like, come on, walk by. All right, look at that mother. Look at that brother over there giving his life away.
These spiritual powers.
Yeah, he on some I give myself away so that you can use me type shit. He ain't giving himself away to the Lord. He giving himself away to his woman. Tell the truth. Anyway, let's move on. You're not that married.
Book of Romans 12 and 2. And the reason I bring this scripture is to all Jades, cross in front of us, make laugh, say that, that we might be crazy, but, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye might prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God, Yahweh.
I think that's the real Transformers. You want to find some Transformers, it's us.
That would be the essence of true baptism.
That's right, man. That's right. You got to transform, man. All right, transform into the light. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, I think that shirt threw me off, man. That's like weird. Got any more precepts? We can get back to second Maccabees.
Second Maccabees, chapter 7.
Oh, they hot as shit.
I was just saying.
All smell like a bunch of cheap perfume. Come on.
I'm gonna start back at verse 2. But one of them that spake first said thus, who wouldest thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers.
Right, not today. These people can't wait to throw it all away. They can't wait. They can't wait for Esau to offer something. They're waiting to throw their soul away, man. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 3. Then the king became in a rage, commanded pans and cauldrons to be made what?
Right, Negro, Latinos, Native Americans are the Israelites of the Bible. Run to it, not from it. Go ahead.
Which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first, and cut off the uttermost part of his body.
Right, so they cut off his tongue, cut off the uttermost part of his body just to get him to eat some pork. How you gonna eat it with no goddamn tongue, Esau? Go ahead.
The rest of his brethren and his mother looking on. Now
right. They did that in slavery. They would torture us and they would do something called buck breaking. And they would kill you right in front of your family just to strike fear into our people. So now you know where the Edomites of today got that from. They got it from the Greek Empire.
Leave us from where they try to swim up to a horse.
Yeah.
And make all the horses charge on.
Yep, the Willie Lynch letter.
And also in the Birth of a Nation with Nat Turner, that scene when the slave didn't want to eat the food, and they took a chisel and knocked out his teeth and forced him to eat it. Put a tube down his throat.
Yep, and that's what they're gonna do with the chip. All right, the mark of the beast when they offer that. All right, we might lose it then.
Verse 5. Now when he was thus maimed in all his members, he commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire and to be fried in the pan. And as the vapor of the pan was for a good space dispersed, they exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, saying thus, The Lord
Oh,
Yahweh
wait,
looketh upon us.
I gotta stop it. All right? So it said what? He had all his members cut off. So he's sitting there with no arm. He still wasn't willing to sell out. He still wasn't willing to break the law. What's our law today? Faith. All right? Go ahead, brother.
And also, he's with having no members, he was still giving praise to Yahweh by Shem Shai.
Right. And we gotta be nice and loud, y'all. I mean, you good.
Verse 6, the Lord Yahweh looketh upon us, and in truth have comfort in us, as Moses in his song, which witnessed to their faces, declared, saying, and he shall be comforted with it in his servants.
Right. See, there you go. All right. So he's gonna be comforted in us. All right. And even today, the Lord is dealing with us that are in the truth. That's important right there. So if you're in this truth, the Lord is looking upon you and is comforted in looking upon you, man, instead of looking at the wicked. That makes them upset.
They had a female pastor over there ordaining marriage.
They had a female over there being a pastor. See, the Lord would rather deal with this marriage instead of that marriage.
Verse 7. So when the first was dead after this manner, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock.
Right. They brought the second to make him a mocking stock. A mocking stock. Right? Laughing stock, mocking stock. Yeah. So they brought the second one now. So why were they doing this continually? Because they wanted to get the people around them to sell out. There was more people. So just like now, they're going to throw some people in jail. They're going to make people examples. They're going to take stuff away from you, make you lose your job just to get you to get it. All right? The leper don't change his spot. Go ahead. Look at Esau over there looking at his wound.
And when they had pulled off the skin of his head with the hair,
so they pulled off the skin of his head. Now I got to stop at each point. They pulled off the skin of his head with the hair.
Scalp.
They're scalping him, man.
Esau started that.
Yep.
Like that.
That's right. Go ahead, brother.
They asked him, wilt thou eat before thou be punished throughout thou every member of thy body? But he answered in his own language and said, no, la'ah.
There you go.
What?
Be ready, man. Will you give in or will you lose your job? Will you give in or will you lose your family? I'm going to take your daughters and children away from your sons. Will you give in? I'm gonna throw you in jail, take you away from your family, your members. See that? All right, go ahead. Just like the devil approached Yahushua in the wilderness, and he said, "What? Bow to him." And the Lord rebuked him with scriptures. All right, are you talking about the chase, bro? Yeah, man, he practicing, man. Leave him be.
Yep. Wherefore he also received the next torment in order as the former did. And when he was at the last gasp, he said, thou like a fury takest us out of this present life, but the King of the world shall raise us up who have died for his laws unto everlasting life.
There you go. He's going to raise us up. So they knew back then about reincarnation. They knew that they were going to be raised up during the time of Yahushua so they can get anointed by the anointed one. And then and be set up to receive that reward here today. All right, they knew about reincarnation and the afterlife, man. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 10. After him was the third made a mocking stock, and when he was required, he put out his tongue, and that right son, holding forth his hands manfully, and said courageously, these I had from heaven, and for his laws I despise them, and from him I hope to receive them again.
Oh, from what? From him I hope to receive them again. What did Job say? Job knew about that as well. I'm going to give you a break. Go to Job real quick. All right. What did Job say, man? I know my Redeemer liveth. Hey, where you at?
Verse 11.
All right. I'm about to go 12. Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm going to read with you. All right. Oh yeah, this gonna be good, man. So who got it? What I said?
Behold, my Redeemer liveth.
Yep. Job. Yep. Say he knew he was gonna see him upon the earth again.
I got it. This is Job chapter 19, verse 25. It says, For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth.
Oh, so he knew. Job knew that Yahweh Shai lived, just like King David knew it. He said, I saw my Lord sitting on the right hand of my Lord. All right, and the Lord was lowercase. But he's talking about Yahweh Shai sitting on the right hand of the Father. And Job knew that as well about the prophecies of Yahweh Shai. All right? And that's why when Yahweh Shai came on the scene, the only ones that believed in him really was the ones that believed in the prophecies. Okay? Other than that, they were like Cornelius. They were just men that would believe, believed in Yahweh. But he said, I know my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand, what?
He says, that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. And though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh shall I see Yahweh, my Yahweh Shai.
Right. So yet in his flesh he's going to see Yahweh Shai. All right. So he said he knows his Redeemer liveth. And in his flesh he's going to see the Lord upon his earth one day. So he's back here as well, Job. All right. Because in death there's no remembrance of former things. But he said he knew after his skin and worms ate up the body. So he got a new body. And when he get delivered, he don't need to go back and get that old body. He can get another new body from the heaven. All right? So we've had many bodies before. All of us. They still on the earth. They still, even David, he said his sepulcher, his grave is with us till this day. All right? But then David came back as Peter. So David's back here again too. All right, let's get it, man. Let's keep going with this. So they knew about reincarnation, man. That was faith right there. 10 toes down, man. Sheesh. So a peanut?
Yeah. 215 peanut.
Second Maccabees chapter 7, verse 12. And so much that the king and they that were with him marveled at the young man's courage. For that
so Antiochus Epiphanes in 168 BC, this Edomite devil, he was known as the wicked root. He marveled at their faith, man. And our people don't have that faith today. They're gonna go right down to them hospitals and get it. They're gonna give myself away. They're gonna give themselves away to Esau. Go ahead, brother.
For that he nothing regarded the pains. Now when this man was dead also, they tormented and mangled the fourth like in like manner.
Ooh, that's why the scriptures say that, man. Violence against that brother. Yeah, man.
Really quick, I wanted to touch on, there was a show called Underground Railroad on Amazon Prime, and it showed a runaway slave. He had just got recaptured, and they brought him back to the plantation, and they called all the other slaves off from picking cotton to watch this one slave get burned alive. And as he was being burnt alive, like screaming and stuff like that, the slave master, after he threw the torch in, he went back to the table. He was having a little picnic, and he started dancing with his wife and having one of the other slaves play the violin. And they love that. They live in that type of wickedness. Like that just shows the wisdom. Why you have these people watching one of their brethren being burned alive, hearing the screams of being burned alive, you dancing.
That's where you get the word Roman candles from.
Good.
They took some jakes and they lit them up with tar, and they lit them on fire with feathers, and they left them there burning. A bunch of people, a row of them, and then he invited guests over to have a party and had them in the background, so they can bring light.
And that show you how nasty and wicked Esau is, man. To sit there and do all that upon the burning flesh. All right, that's just disgusting. All right, so that's why those tables gonna be turned right back on him.
Yeah, man, we just gonna be that damn nasty.
Yeah, that's nasty. That's
a nasty motherfucker.
Right.
Let's keep going.
This Obadiah chapter 1 verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Right. So they already come out here saying we teaching hate, but that's hate.
Y'all live hate.
That's right. They live it. You know, we just talk a good game. We need the Lord to back us up. You know what I'm saying? But Esau, man, they got their blessing. They go around stealing, killing, and destroying. All right, and that's how you know it's dumb till this day. And he said the wicked is not all wiped away.
This is all about wiped away.
Trust not the enemy. Yeah, kind.
One thing that Steve, one thing that he said that made you aware of his lack of understanding was, all right. So, what the second question he asked was, have y'all seen y'all work? Have y'all seen y'all work come to fruition? And it's like the other said, yeah, we do from seeing chariots, from seeing the prophecies come to pass, from seeing the rest of the Akim, and also we know that spiritually our riches are being stored up in heaven. Him and other people like him in the carnal mindset, they want to see people give food. They want to see people be dunked in the bathtub. They want to see. They want to get their reward right now.
Yeah, they want to see you shaking on the floor and shit.
Right.
Oh, look, he got the spirit.
What he really wanted to go into, he didn't expect the elder to go in to what he was going to go into. He wanted to be able to say, well, I've done this, I've done that. But when the elder stepped out and said, you're witnessing a miracle right here.
Yeah.
That stopped his growth right there. He couldn't go into what he really wanted to go into.
Yeah.
So that was a chess move right there.
Right, he probably nervous. Barking like a baby duck. There you go, Stevie. I see you wondering.
I know this. I got all
Verse 14,
Stevie on there,
second
man.
Maccabees, chapter 7. So when he was ready to die, he said, thus, it is good being put to death by men to look for hope from Yahweh to be raised up again by him.
Right. It is good. That's good, man. He said, fear not him that can destroy the body, but him that can destroy the body and soul in hell upon this earth in sorrow. So he said, what? It's good to hope for mercy from the Lord, man. Being destroyed by men and being taken up and delivered and suffering for good instead of suffering for evil. All right, go ahead, brother. Oh, wait. You know what? Let's keep one more. It's going to lead us into that.
As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life.
Now, either he's saying no or he's listening to music or something wrong with his head. Go ahead.
As for thee,
you know, people shake their head when they hear voices and stuff. Right?
As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life.
Look. That's called an unruly person. See that? Look how mad he gets. Now, if I was an Edomite, a white man up here, he wouldn't be that mad. That's how you're looking at me. See, see the trick? You see the trick? Keep going. Keep going.
Afterward, they brought the fifth also and mangled him.
He's mad. He's shaking his head. Well, if you ain't mad, what you shaking your head for?
Verse 16.
Like a mad cow. But
then looked he unto the king and said, thou hast power.
See, Jakes think we supposed to be scared of the ass, man. They give you that look like they... You ain't gonna do nothing. You're not. You're either gonna go to jail or you're gonna get your ass whooped. Either one. What the hell? They always stop and do that. What? What's up? Nothing. Nothing's up. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 16.
They only act unruly with us. But then a woman get on their ass, you hear them screaming, I want peace. That's all I want. That's all I want is peace. When it come to us, we want to come up and act all brolic. Go ahead, brother. My bad. You stop it.
Verse 16. Then looked he unto the king and said, thou hast power over men. Thou art corruptible. Thou doest what thy wilt. Yet think not that our nation is forsaken of Yahweh.
That's right, man. So even Esau is doing what thou wilt. Ain't that they slogan? That's Esau, man. They're going about stealing, killing, and destroying. Going about their will. But what did the Lord say? They enlarge their desires as hell. But the spirit that's lifted up in them is not upright. All right? Oh, go ahead.
Go on. Verse 17. But abide a while and behold his great power.
That's right, man. Abide for a little while, Esau. A little while longer, and you're going to see the Lord's great power. All right? And what I say, you think of themselves to be God? See that? They think they're God, man. Look at the money. You You know, this whole system they set up, man. They think themselves to be God. Look at the movies. Charles Heston, they put themselves up as Moses, put themselves up as the Messiah. They're the main nation on this earth that put themselves up as the God of the Bible. You know? Go ahead, brother. So that's that pride of Esau. What's that? Obadiah, somebody please. The pride of thy heart deceives thee. No, how much time we got?
19%.
I'll finish it up. Yeah,
1 and 3.
pride of thy heart.
I got it.
You got it? Okay.
That's
This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock.
There you go, man. They really some damn cave people. And this dude got his bubble burst when he came up here. Right? So, what do you say? Their pride is just based on riches. And they've stolen everything on the earth. By riches gotten by gain gotten by deceit. Yeah, go out, brother. I'm gonna let you rock out now.
Verse 16. Then looked he unto the king and said, Thou hast power over men, thou art corrupt, thou doest what thy wilt, yet think not our nation is forsaken of Yahweh.
Right, so don't think that the Lord did away with his people. All right, did the Lord cast away his people? God forbid. All right, go ahead.
Verse 17. But abide a while, and behold his great power.
Right, everybody's gonna behold this great power named Yahweh. All right, go ahead. Everybody's gonna behold that soon.
How he will torment thee and thy seed.
Right, he's gonna torment thee. Who is that? The wicked Antiochus and his seed. That's Edom.
Isaiah 14 and 21.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
What's up, wicked man?
Yep, let's get it.
I got this up real quick.
Yep, it's a lot of them, right? We're gonna get about 3.
This is Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, and I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the sea, yet thou art a man and not God. Though thou set thine heart as the heart of God, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
Hey, I'm gonna call these the blades of grass. That's what they are. Bunch of blades of grass. All right, or weeds.
All right, this is verse 6.
That's dumb.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast
Just mortal men. But they act like they God, man.
because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of a God, behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, that the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness.
Right, so there's all these nations, they're going to come against Esau, all right? Just to put it like that. And the main nation that's going to come against them is the children of Israel in the end. All right, let's get it. Keep going. Precept. We got like 19 minutes. We got long.
Okay. Isaiah 14 and 21, it says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
So bring that verse 9 real quick. How thou fallen from heaven?
Isaiah 14 and 9. It says, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
So all this hell that this individual is stirring up, especially doing devilish shit like that, is going to be waiting to meet him at that coming, man. Because he's going. What does Scripture say? I witnessed. I beheld and lo, Lucifer fall. Satan has fallen like ain't falling like lightning to the earth, man. It's like
it stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chieftains of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
So this devil is thinking in his mind, his haughty spirit, that he's going to continue on forever. But the Lord got a judgment for him. Keep going.
Verse 10. All they that shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us?
So the Lord is exposing the weakness of this devil, man. Man, he's weak. The only thing he got is this money in this system that's set up. You take that away, he ain't got nothing. Because he ain't got nothing spiritually at all. All right, go on.
Verse 11. It says, thy book is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the noise of thy vows.
How's Lucifer falling from heaven?
Yeah, verse 12. All right. It says, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms covered thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
Because they were exalting themselves as God, man. And they sit in the seat and calling themselves God. But all these other nations are like, how the hell you fall from heaven? You had everybody thinking that you rule the earth. You got everybody thinking that you were God. They thought that they had that mindset. They still got that mindset to this day. You can have the most bummiest Edomite, and he'll think he's exalted more than the richest Jake.
Right. They're gonna narrowly look upon him and say, "Is this the man that did weaken the nations?" And damn, you was balling. What happened? You was the man just a week ago. Shit, what happened to you? Yeah, any more precepts? Got one?
Yeah, real quick. This is Galatians chapter 6, verse 3. For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. So there you go. Esau think he all grand and uppity and almighty powerful. He just deceiving himself. That's all. You know, he ain't. He's just a man.
He's deceiving 2/3 of our people too. Go ahead, brother. Yeah, put your hand. Let's get it. Man, you good.
Look at Isaiah chapter 14, verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth tremble and did shake kingdoms?
There you go. Yeah.
Just like the elder was speaking on, man, Esau's going to be brought down low. So the people that once saw him as this exalted thing, they're going to see his true form, man, that he is the lowest of the low.
The Lord said he's going to make them the least of the heathen, man.
Verse 18. Second Maccabees chapter.
This don't deep, man. I might finish this at home. Go ahead, brother.
Second Maccabees chapter 7, verse 18.
Right, if we have to, we'll stop at 20. But let's see if we can keep going.
After him, like verse 17. But abide a while, and behold his great power, how he will torment thee and thy seed. After him also they brought the sixth, who being ready to die, said, be not deceived without cause. For we suffering these things for ourselves, having sinned against our power, therefore marvelous things are done unto us.
Right, so that's why we went through it. Not because Esau has any power, it's because we went against our power. All right, and the Lord judged us. All right, because he said at Antiochus, did you not know that you would have been just like Heliodorus that got his ass whooped by the angels?
Unless the Lord allow this to happen to me, like straight up.
That's right.
He knew it was the Lord, but then the sixth one stepped up, ready to die, not afraid.
Right. Keep going, bro.
Verse 19. But think not thou takest in hand to strive against Yahweh, but thou shalt escape unpunished. That thou shalt escape unpunished.
Right. Hold up. Read that again.
But think not that thou takest in hand to strive against Yahweh.
Right. Yeah, because you fight against the Lord's people, they're basically fighting against God. All right, go ahead.
That thou shalt escape unpunished, but the mother was marvelous above all.
Right. They what? They said they hold themselves not guilty. And that's why scripture say prepare slaughter for their children. All right. They're holding themselves not guilty, but the Lord has found you guilty. He said, thou art found. All right, go ahead.
Verse 20, but the mother was marvelous above all.
See, you women want to be in this truth. The Lord looks at you as marvelous in your faith, man. Marvelous above all these other women. Go ahead.
This is what they want right here. And worthy of honorable memory.
There you go. You want to be worthy of honor. All right, and memory in the kingdom. Right? As far as your faith in this society, go ahead.
For when she saw her 7 sons slain within the space of one day, she bare it with a good courage because of the hope that she had in the Lord.
All right. Hey, skip down to no, keep going. We're gonna try to go to 23.
Lord. Verse 21. Yea, she exhorted every one of them in her own language.
Oh, so she spoke in her own language. If you want to find that, you look up the tunnels of Hezekiah. You'll find the Lord's language, the Paleo Hebrew. That's what died. So she spoke to them in Hebrew and not in the Greek. Go ahead.
Filled with courageous spirits and stirring up her womanish.
Yep.
And stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach And she said unto them,
right. So her emotional thoughts, she had to stomach it with a manly stomach and gird up her loins as a man in faith. And what did it say? Let it be the hidden man of the heart. All right, for the women. So you got to do that today, man. Y'all supposed to speak confidence into the men. All right, and into the children. Go ahead, brother. Speak faith to them.
Verse 22.
Right.
I cannot tell you how, Salakia, I cannot tell how you came into my womb.
Right. Now, for the idiots out there that like to bring this out and say you won't know about the birth, how it happened. No, because Wisdom of Solomon 7 cuts that. That we're going to know about all that stuff about the birth process. What she's saying right here is, she's like, I don't know how you became my child. That's what she's saying. And how you got there. But I know for a fact that, go ahead.
For I neither gave you breath nor life, nor was it I that formed the members of every one of you.
Did she know about the members of the body? Go ahead.
But doubtless of the creator of the world, who formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again.
Whoa, and life again. She's telling this to a child that he will give you breath in your body and life again, man. So that child was back on the earth during your house shot, and he's back here to get his reward today.
You know, if I may add on, we have to be in that same spirit as well, man. As that woman and her 7 sons, and was speaking on earlier, and then Azariah and Mishael, man. Hey, because why we gonna be in that furnace of affliction? All right, is that heat is gonna get turned all the way up, man. And guess what? We gotta stand bold, man. We gotta stand bold 10 toes down in that day for the Lord Yahweh by Shum Yahweh, man.
What do you say? We take through much tribulation, so you enter into the kingdom of heaven. What do you say? The hour of temptation, man. To come upon the whole world, and this is the mindset that you got to be in. All right, prepare your mind, gird up your loins, your heart. Go ahead.
The heathens and everyone who's in a carnal mindset, they look at only a piece of the timeline. When we of Israel, we look at the entire time, the entire picture. All right, they went through this, so that way when we go through this, they wrote it down so that we can better prepare ourselves.
Sure. Things are written for time were written for our learning.
The scripture say, I write these things to warn you, man.
Now we can be better grounded and have a foundation.
Right.
Verse 23, we'll start back at the top of it. But doubtless the creator of the world, who formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again, as you now regard not your own lives for his law's sake.
Wow, man. So we got to regard not our own lives for his law's sake, for his truth's sake.
Once again, Sirach 4:28, man. Strive for the truth to death, and the Lord shall fight for you, man. So hey, hold your end of the bargain.
Right.
Because it's not about us, it's about he exists. It's about Yahweh, and it's about his son who delivers. Yahweh.
Right. And we got to pray. That's the main part, praying that he helps us uphold our end of the bargain. Right. Right. Can you skip over to 28? Because we're going to skip so we can deal with the time. But do you want to get more understanding, read those few chapters in between. But this is the part where Antiochus heard those words, and he took it as mocking them, just like today. You know? But yeah, so now he started coming at the woman. Then the woman laughed at him and started rebuking him some more, and she started talking to her son. She ignored him, and she talked to her son because she knew she was about to die at that point, because none of them was giving in. All right, so she just looked at her son and told him this. Go ahead, brother. So this is what wisdom is telling us today. Our mother. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 28, chapter 7 of the second Maccabees. I beseech thee, my son, and look upon the heaven and the earth and all that is therein, and consider that Yahweh made them of things that were not, and so was mankind made likewise.
Right, so he can make us again with no problem. It's nothing. He can make you out of nothing. Go ahead.
Verse 29, fear not this tormentor, but being worthy of thy brethren, take thy death, that I may receive thee again in mercy,
right,
and with thy brethren.
Right. So this is wisdom speaking to us. It says, what? Fear not this tormentor. Who's the tormentor today? Esau. All right? But the Lord's going to torment them. And it says what? Where was you at? 29? It says, but being worthy of thy brethren. Who's our brethren? All the prophets of the scriptures. All right, these are brethren. And the Lord, Paul said, he said, rest with us until the Lord be revealed. All right, and it says, take thy death. All right, say what? Present thy body as a living sacrifice. All right, that I may receive thee again in mercy. So we died 2,000 years ago. And now the Lord is going to receive us again in these times with mercy again. All right, because we were born in this society calling ourselves American, black. The Lord got more mercy on us. Like, all right, wake your black ass up. All right, brother?
Verse 30.
So look at this spiritually right here.
While she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, Whom wait ye for? Salakia, whom wait ye for? I will not obey the king's commandment.
Yeah, he basically saying, yo, what you waiting for? Kill me. That's a little boy speaking, man. Like King David, you know? Go ahead, brother.
But I will obey the commandment of the law that was given unto our fathers by Moses.
Right, you gotta imagine how mad he was that they was tormenting his brother. He already killed him, and now he watching them torment his mom. So he's like, yo, what you waiting for? You know, he had to show more courage than his mama almost, you know? Because the man wasn't around now. All right, go ahead, brother.
And now that has been the
that's what we're saying today. We're saying at the Esau, what the hell you waiting for? Make your move.
Press the goddamn button.
Yeah, cut the fire on. Let's get it.
Verse 31. And thou hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews.
Oh,
Shout.
so even today, Esau has been the author against all mischief against the Hebrews today, man. Shame shall cover thee, man.
Shalt not escape the hands of Yahweh, for we suffer because of our sins.
For you. Go ahead.
Verse 33. And though the living Lord be angry with us a little while for our chastising and correction, yet shall he be at one again with his servants.
Whoa. That's what's about to happen. That's what we're here to live it out today. As the Lord cast away his people, God forbid, he's going to be one with us. How is Yahweh one with us again? Through Yahweh Shah, the mediator, the glue, brought us back to him, man. All right, now we're one. Yahweh Shah is one with Yahweh, and we're one with Yahweh Shah and Yahweh.
34. But thou, O godless man, and of all other most wicked, be not lifted up without a cause, nor puffed up with uncertain hope, lifting up thy hand against the servants of Yahweh.
Right, so they have uncertain hopes. When they come in rushing like a flood, the Lord gonna lift up a standard against them, man. So everything they're doing is vain. All right? And he said, what? Oh, godless man. They're a godless nation, man. That's why the Lord called him a bastard. He said, a bastard dwelleth in Ashdod. The fake Jews. A bastard is a fatherless person, a little boy. And what is Esau known as? A damn child. Scripture say children shall rule over you. All right? And they become our tormentors. It says this, what does it say? And of all other most wicked. So these people today are worse than Antiochus. And they're called the what? The most wicked. Their nation, man. Go ahead, brother. The ambassador of the heathen.
Verse 35. For thou hast not escaped the judgment of the Almighty Power, who seeth all things. For our brethren, who now have suffered a short pain, are dead under Yahweh's covenant of everlasting life. But thou, through the judgment of Yahweh, shalt receive just punishment for thy pride.
Right, man, because if you look into the past, you'll see the sacrifice that our people did for the laws and for the name of the Lord, for the truth. But if you look into Esau's past, you'll see that they were just tormented and they were being wicked. So they're going to get the reward of the wicked. All right? Let's keep going.
Verse 37.
Yeah.
But I, as my brethren, offer up my body and life for the laws of our fathers, beseeching Yahweh that he would speedily be merciful unto our nation.
Right, so we turn to the Lord quick. So we pray that the Lord will be merciful unto our nation and put hell on their nation for what they did to our people and for them just being the wicked. All right, turn the tables, put it on them. And we don't care what you do with them. Lift us up and bless us with your mercy and your treasures of righteousness. We don't care what you do with them. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I'd probably be peeking, you know. But let's keep going.
And that thou, by torments and plagues, mayest confess that he alone is Yahweh.
Right. Now, I mean, wait, where is that at? I think it's in chapter 9, where Antiochus died, and he wound up confessing. Just like Esau is going to confess. He said he's going to lift up his eyes in hell. All right. And what's hell? Hell is right here on earth, slavery. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites of the Bible, brother. All right. God's true name is Yahweh, his son named Yahushua, a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. All right. And the Lord looking for soldiers that's willing to come out here and deal with all this bullshit and teach his word the right way. All right. Where it say Antiochus died? I think verse 5.
Let me go back.
Somebody go to 5 real quick. Chapter 9, verse 5. Hold your spot. Hold your spot. I think it's chapter 9, verse 5.
It says, but the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, smote him.
Forget it.
All right, this is 2 Maccabees chapter 9, verse 5. But the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Almighty, the God of Israel, smote him with an incurable and invisible plague.
Right, so this just like today, they got these invisible plagues. But what was the Antiochus Epiphanes? So this is how he died. All right, so this prophecy of this little boy that was prophesying against Antiochus became true. And he wound up admitting that the God of the Israelites is the true God. All right, go ahead.
For as soon as he had spoken these words, a pain of the bowels that was slucky. As soon as he had spoken these words, a pain of the bowels that was remediless came upon him.
Remediless.
Came upon him and stored like a pain of the bowels that was remediless came upon him and sore torments of the inner parts.
Right, can you jump down to verse 11?
Good. 2 Maccabees 9, verse 11. It says, here, therefore being plagued, he began to leave off his great pride.
Oh, so he began to leave off his pride. You know, once he got hit with the plagues, he still was putting hell on us. But then he got more plagues and they kicked him more. That's when he began to leave off his pride. So when is Esau going to leave off their pride? When the Lord allow us to put, when the Lord put hell on them in the kingdom. All right? And they begin to be tormented in judgment, but they're going to be tormented. And then that's when they're going to leave off their pride. All right, go ahead, brother.
It says, and to come to the knowledge of himself by the scourge of the Most High, his pain increasing every moment.
So every second his pain started increasing. So in our kingdom, when Esau put into bondage, the so-called white man is who I'm talking about. Their biblical name is Esau. And not according to color, because they're not all the same. Some of those are people that look like them. But he said what? He said what? He said the pain increased every second. So in the kingdom, their judgment and their pain is going to increase every second. Just like our pain was increased every second. All right, this is the truth. They don't want to see it. It's real. All right, and it's crazy for a nation to do this to people, and they believe that they don't have no judgment coming. So that lets you know that they're a godless nation. They don't believe in God. See that they run their children away from it and everything because they don't want them to see the truth of their nation. They teach us this in history, though. We go to our schools. Hey, Shalom, y'all about to So we go to school, and they teach us this in school about slavery. You know about Christopher Columbus. Probably heard of him before, right? Why did we hear of him? But you didn't hear about King David slaying 1,000 men. King David was a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. All right? Let's keep going. So you said they ran. You want to make a so-called white man run? Pull out that picture. And start talking trash to you. Hey, man, you can't be around here. I got something for you. Hey, check this out. Pull out that picture. Slavery, they're going to be, hey, man, now, I don't know nothing about that. That wasn't our people. See that? You want them to leave you alone, do that. Huh? Yeah, critical race theory, yeah. What was that? That was it, right? So he left off that pride, man. Right? His pains increased every second. So that prophecy of that little boy, two chapters over, when they killed him in 168 BC, they killed the dark skin. Well, we were dark skinned, but that wasn't their focus. Their focus was our belief. You know what I mean? and they killed them. They put us in pots and boiled us just to get us to eat pork. So today, our people love pork. You ain't gonna get them. You need to get them the time of day, and they gonna eat the damn pork.
Hey, prime example, we working with a dude named Evie.
Yeah, cookies can.
We were like, shit, hey man, he was like, hey man, why y'all eat another piece? We'll eat pork. Shit, I be goddamn if I stop eating goddamn pork chop. Shit good. Hey, our people, hey man, shit, they don't want to let it go.
I need my pork.
Hey, come on.
When it become yours? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 38. And that is not Slakia. And that in me and my brethren, the wrath of the Almighty.
Oh, he gotta go to 12.
I got it.
He got it.
Second Maccabees 9 and 12. And when he himself could not abide his own smell,
he couldn't abide his own smell. All right, go ahead, brother. We gotta bring these out. We gotta amplify it, man.
he said these words: It is meet to be subject unto Yahweh, and that a man that is mortal should not proudly think of himself as if he were God.
Woo. They're gonna say that. They're gonna say that in the kingdom, man. They're not gonna say it right now. They got that Rocky spirit on them now because they got the power, they got the technology, they got everything right now. And this is their kingdom. But their kingdom was about to fall, and ours is about to take over. And we're not Africans, we're not black. Right? We're Israelites. The word Israelite means he is a prince of God. That's what we naturally are. But we got to wake up to become that. We got to turn back to Yahweh and his son Yahushua. All right, we got some food, but it's the scriptures. Go ahead, brother. All right, now, peace to you, man. We got some water, though. You need some water? All right, yeah, we got you. You got chicken, too? Hey, we got chicken, too. All right. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 38, Second Maccabees chapter 7. And that in me and my brethren, the wrath of the Almighty, which is justly brought upon all our nation, may cease. Then the king, being in a rage, handled him worse than all the rest, and took it grievously that he was mocked. So this man died undefiled.
They're going to come at us more aggressive than all the rest. You know, because the ones that stand up with the most faith and talk that right in their face, they're going to come at us, man. They're going to call us terrorists and all kind of stuff like they're trying to do now. Calling us conspiracy theorists. All right? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 40.
Yeah, you want to scare an Edomite man? Pick up a Bible. That's better than any gun. You pick up a gun, they got you. Pick up this Bible. Go ahead, bro.
So this man died undefiled and put his whole trust in the Lord.
There you go.
Last of all the sons, Slakia, last of all after the sons, the mother died.
See that? Last of all, they killed the mom too, man. A so-called white man that tormented and tortured our people during the Greek Empire, right? Just like they did in the Roman Empire, just like they're doing in America today, all right? And they wanted to torment us and turn us away from our God and turn us away from the laws. And today we represent the law of faith and truth. So now they're gonna try to get you to turn away from God again. They're gonna try to get you to eat pork, lobster, crabs, shrimp. They're gonna try to get you to get, you know, I can't say it on the camera. And then ultimately it's gonna lead to the mark. You got a mark for all? All right. You need some water, man?
Over here.
Yeah, hey, you got my car? Y'all handle that.
Dale el pollo.
Hey, we got one more for you. Hold on. Barack got you on this. So look. All right. So now the Lord's name is Yahweh and his son named Yahushua. All right. Did you know that the Lord was homeless too when he was on the earth? Yeah, he say the Son of Man have not to lay the Son of Man have not where to lay his head. He didn't have nowhere to sleep at. You know what I mean? He was our people. He was a dark-skinned man from the tribe of Judah with white and woolly hair. All right. But this right here is what's coming. All right, that's what it's leading to. That's why you walk by here today. You know what I mean? And you know, so you won't fall into this. Because anybody that gets this, somebody get the scripture for this, Revelation 14. This right here. What's going to happen if they get it?
This is
you see them going to get something. It's going to lead to that. You know what I mean?
This is Revelation chapter 14, and I'm gonna start at verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, Babylon is fallen.
What's Babylon? Babylon is the place of confusion, America. We almost done to right after this.
That great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of fornication.
Right, what's our fornication? Christianity. Demonocracy, you know, you hear about that? Democracy. That comes from Greece. That's where it was started at. Democracy was started in Greece. And you see this right here? This is their philosophy. The wine of their fornication. What's fornication mean? Adultery. You got spiritual and you got physical fornication. You know, man sleeping with another man's wife. Sleeping with multiple women, you good. All right, don't let a woman lie to you, as long as it ain't another man's wife. But to worship false gods, it's still on Praise the Dark.
Okay.
To worship false gods, somebody can check the page, see if we on. But to worship false gods is to do adultery. That's spiritual adultery. All right. So now they put this up. This is part of their wine. That's their philosophy. This
And the third angel follows them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image.
All right, what's the beast? The beast represents the European Union, NATO, and America. All right, those together. Yep. Go ahead.
And receive his mark.
And what does the word worship mean? The worship means to proskuneo, to bow down, right here at this point.
And receive his mark in his forehead or in his head.
So if they go through these philosophies, right, what I just showed you, right, Christianity, Islam, and all that, if they go through that, paganism, the devil worship shit you're seeing now, and they get led by these people, you see them faces on, they're sticking out, right? Kind of seen them faces before, a few of them. If they follow them, it's going to lead them to get that mark of the beast. See that? That's set up with corporations. You know, if they do that, this is going to happen to them.
The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without measure into the cup of his indignation.
So what's that wrath of Yahweh? Somebody get that Malachi. We're going to end with that. Oh, burn in the oven. Let's read that again. All right, so that's the wrath that the Lord is about to send. And the ones that get that, they're marked for judgment. All right? The Lord looking for soldiers, man.
This is Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day cometh that shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that shall not leave them neither root nor branch.
Right, man. Right.
But unto you that fear my name,
if you fear the name of the Lord, not calling him Jesus. Jesus means hail Zeus. Our people praise the Zeus. That's a pagan god. So what's his true name? His true name is Yahushua. That's his true name in the ancient Hebrew. That's what everybody, well, they ain't looking, but that's what they should know. And this is how he looks according to the Bible. All right? If you read the scriptures, that's how he looks. He look like you. He look like us. But we walking around not knowing this, we think we ain't shit. Especially hear a lot of women tell it. You know what I'm saying?
But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and shall go forth and come up as the calves of the stall.
That's right, man. So if you don't get that shit, if you turn to the Lord and call upon him now, you know, from this day forth, you learn about him, the Lord will protect you and raise you up as one of his first in the kingdom. To inherit the earth and the universe out there. And to have a new body. The Lord gonna give us new body. But we don't have tattoos, you know. We didn't know that. I didn't know that before I got to the tree. You know what I mean? I wish I could get it off. It costs money though, laser and shit. You gotta go through more to get that shit off. So the Lord promising us new bodies to where we gonna have righteous bodies, man, with the laws written in our head. Like right now, you probably don't eat red meat. You eat like red meat? Why not? It's nasty, right? Now I worked at a restaurant, and the main ones that came in and eating that bloody meat was them, Esau. It's in their spirit. See, in the kingdom, the same way you don't like that red meat or this type shit, you know what I'm talking about? You know, the zesty mites. I can't say it on there. You know, the rainbow people. All right. Yeah. It's called tambourine players. Yeah. Those right there, I can't say it on the internet. But well, you don't like that. You know, our people don't like that. It's in there, you know. And the kingdom is going to be 100 times more than that. You're going to do everything right. And the Lord ain't going to ever be mad at us. You know what I mean? So we ended up in slavery because the Lord was angry with us. All right, go ahead, brother. Who will read?
Zechariah.
Oh, yeah, real quick.
All right, this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 12.
Yeah.
And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord shall smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away.
So their flesh going to burn away with the fire. Go ahead.
While they stand upon their feet.
They're going to be standing, going to get that pork. That fire going to hit them just like on Terminator. Yep.
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes.
There you go, like Lil Nas, right? At the BET Awards. Yeah, he was doing all that shit. Yeah, all that. Thank God you didn't. Yeah, man, but all that, their face gonna be burning up doing that shit. Yeah, go ahead, keep going. Their eyes gonna consume in their head. Because in World War II, when they first dropped the atom bomb, the first thing that burned up was the organs, the soft organs, the eyes and the tongue. All right, so it's gonna happen again. All right, go ahead.
And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
There you go, man. And it burned them so much that you can see the shadows in the ground to this day. And that's all in the Bible. Somebody get that, World War III. Last one. This is it right here.
Revelations chapter 11, verse 14.
Right, we out here to wake up the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That they're the fact that they're the angels that the Bible speaks of. Get it? Angels. The word angel means messenger. All right? Messengers come from who? Israel. Yasha Allah. Yasha Allah in the Hebrew is he is the Prince of God. Go ahead.
The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Yep. Oh, you heard that? The second woe. Woe means war. The second woe is past, and the third woe comes quickly, man. See that? But they walking around willy-nilly, chilling. They see it showing up. And they know they don't have no answer. And they see us out here, man. Like, what the hell we is? Chopped liver? Jeez, man. But we're going to end it there, man, while we got time. And you got a flyer too, right? All right, man. And we're going to say, you can pray with it, what, man. Hey, catch the brother on that, man. This might have another elect. He showed up the same way. All right, all of them did. Some already showed up prepared, but some showed up by the call. The Spirit just called him. And look where he at. Look where he at. He showed up ready. The car, yeah, remember that? He just pulled on too. All right.
I was outside the church.
Yeah, he was outside the church. Look, they sharp. They sharp. I don't have the teeth. They got it. And you'll have it too. You know what I mean?
I heard the brother Zariah blow the show up. I was already looking.
That's right, he was already looking though, yeah. The Lord was already talking at you. Yep.
I was already looking too.
Oh, that's how it happened, man. Yeah. Yeah, we got a silent assassin. And the only unsafe thing about that would be is that if you're not in the truth, you're not supposed to keep the Passover. That's the only thing. Because it's unsafe for you. You know what I mean?
I wasn't in this thing. I was.
But look where you at. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I got people that did that and they didn't show back up. The Lord gonna get them for that. That's called drinking of this wine of this Passover unworthily. He said if you're gonna eat and drink of this Passover, if you drink it unworthily, they're gonna perish. So you gotta stay in it now. You won't. It's like a blood oath, like the mob. All right. We had a no free. Oh, with that, maybe we're gonna give praise to Yahweh Shem Shai in the Hebrew. We'll say, Kal,
Halayah, La, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Ha, Wakah, Kodash, Ma'amah.
All right, and shalom to you, Akim, out there, and double line to the elder apostles of GMS. And shalom, man. Peace to the sincere, man.
I have to thank Slovakia for what happened later.
What happened? Oh.
But I try.